Hi, my name is Debbie. Welcome to another edition Everyday Floristry. Today I'm going to show you how to create beautiful table arrangement with flowers and fruits. It's going to be a set. So here I have an unusual container that I really like, and I think it's kind of African style, and it's lovely texture and the color. It's kind of a little crescent shape, and I just like the two plates, which I will actually use later. But first, let me show you how can we base this. I like texture of this container, and I like the shape. So you can see that I cut my brick slightly in that kind of the shape. So I definitely want to feature this container that be part of design, but I wouldn't like to cover with the foliage that we don't see the container. So first I will follow the line of the container to highlight. And also this little foliage, it's actually matched with the color of the container, which is of course always help. So we try to base first, so evenly spread this texture through this design. That's what I love to do first, because if I do that, I can follow that form and it would be much more easy for me to place the flowers. So let me just turn other side. So we'll kind of do it similar things. Doesn't need to be exactly the same. So we can see the shape of the container, and it's really feature that. And now I will put my ivy berry. When I finish everything, if I like to place a little bit more foliage, it always, yeah, you can do that. But at this stage, I think I'll be happy with this. This is South African flower, and this is pots is from Africa. It's kind of, yeah, I see some similarities, so I really like that woody texture, sunset. And again, I'm not going to place really a lot, but just a little bit to add that different feeling. So usually when we're doing arrangement and we base first, our second things that we need to do is just placing our main flowers. But in this situation, I have construction of my arrangement, and instead of starting to putting the flowers, I will do slightly different. I will first put the fruits, because I really like to highlight the fruits in this design. So I just get this little grape, which I just put them on the wire. I'll usually a little bit bend, because when wire go inside the brick, it's kind of make little hook to stay. Through this other side as well. And in this situation, I'll just place a little bit lower, so just allowed grape to a little bit hang. So we have a grape and just a foliage. It's even like that looks really nice, but it still is empty. I have a different texture of the passion fruit, so I will kind of place that as well, and I love that kind of hard texture of, and it's really matched with my container. I mean, that's how I felt. So I will place that passion fruit just in between. So just I put 3, maybe I just need 1, there are 4. So I put passion fruit and grape with my foliage. So now it's coming time that we can place our main flower. In this situation, it's going to be a roses. So I will start with this ends first. Like I said, it's kind of giving me good line. We can take some leaves, because some of those leaves really quickly wilting. So I'm just placing position of my roses between the foliage and the fruits. Yeah. So I have that, and I need really one very low. It's kind of getting that line. So very low. It's like this. So yeah, you can still see the fruits texture of the foliage, you know, and now it's coming over second flowers. I would love to place some flowers that is smaller, of course, much more smaller than the roses. So this lovely miniature rose can work really good. Just get us a little tip of the buds. So last things what I would love to put that little chamomile. So it kind of gives that a natural touch of the old-fashioned design. And you also notice that that is a little bit more higher than our main flowers, but that's giving us that romantic look. So I have that little tiny 2 plates, and I'm not going to place any brick or anything, so I'm just using zucchini, and I'm cutting zucchini. You actually need to do that just before, you know, you are serving the guests coming, or maybe just designing the table. You don't really want that this texture get dry, because they will dry. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I will place all my flowers in zucchini. So we come now to end of the product. So we created beautiful arrangement for the table. You can just put them on the side on your dining room. And for your table decoration, I place here 2 that you can see, but you can do a little bit more little plate. Zucchini, so we place the flowers in zucchini with the herbs and the fruits. So on the side, I just cut the figs, a little bit of the herbs and the rose, so you can definitely design that on the side, or maybe through table, just depending how big table can be. Yeah, and of course your arrangement just on the side in your dining room. I'm pretty sure that your guests will be impressed with idea. Not a lot of flowers that you need to use, and of course in our kitchen we always have fruits and veggies together. This particular design may not necessarily last that long, how our big one will, maybe more around a week. This one will maybe last maximum 48 hours, but that's enough for the guests if they're coming to kind of impress. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You may be even just picking up something from your garden, incorporating with the herbs and fruits and veggies that you are going to cook the dinner. I hope you've been inspired this time. Please just watch us on YouTube, or maybe subscribe to our channel, and see you next time.